My name is RJ McDonald, and I am an attorney who practices in the first party and third party insurance. As a lawyer, so I've been a lawyer for about a year and a half now. I graduated law school during COVID, which was an interesting experience. For first year of practice was entirely remote, so it feels good to be in an office now. Um, So I decided to become a lawyer because I've always thought of myself as a problem solver. I take any situation I'm given and I'm always like, how do I fix this? How do I solve this? And I think that this is a good area to put that skill to use. I grew up very competitive, and that competitive spirit is definitely something I found useful in practicing law because you always want to win and you always want to do your best to try and get the best results for your client, and it's very useful to kind of be competitive and to be able to use that to explore all the potential ways of doing something. So most memorable case was a case that actually I first worked on as a clerk my first summer after law school. And it had to do with a house that was damaged all the way back in 2008. And the case was still going on in 2018, and I believe it is still going on to this day. And the most memorable aspect of the case was the opposing party had fired three previous attorneys and was representing herself to the effect of handwriting all of her papers for the court. Handwriting motions, handwriting affidavits, handwriting everything. And it was just very, very curious to see someone go that far to, try and vindicate themselves. And I thought that was, it's definitely left a lasting impact on me of how far people are willing to go when they feel that their rights have been, affected in some way. But it was still ongoing 14, 15 years plus. So it was a very interesting example of how far litigation can go, and a fun example of the legal field and when it works and sometimes when it doesn't work. So definitely my most memorable case. So outside of work, I like sports. I've always been a very sporting person. I like to be outside. So during the summer, I play a lot of golf, and during the winter, I like to ski and snowboard, but mainly skiing. Um, I like, I'm a big video game player. That's always been something that I've been interested in, and I like reading history mainly, specifically military history. I'm a big military history person, so I always like reading books, watching documentaries on that stuff. If you catch me at home, that's probably what I'm doing, either that or playing games with my friends. That's typically what I do. Never lie on an insurance application because if they find out you lied, it's gonna just come back and haunt you. So that's my legal tip. Don't lie in an insurance application.